It's live.
So, everyone, very good evening and happy evening to you all. Hope you all are doing good. So, tarot for spirituality. Tarot has 78 cards as we have discussed in various tarot series in Maven and other platforms also. So 22 are major arcana and 56 are minor arcana. Minor arcana means various episodes of life. It can be 3 month, it can be a monthly episode, 3 monthly, yearly, 2 yearly, 3 yearly, 4, 5, 6 yearly. Someone can be going through a bad time and someone has accumulated bad karma. So there is a difference between going through a bad time and having a prarabdha. So prarabdha can be both negative and positive. A positive prarabdha person can also be going through a bad time. A negative prarabdha person can also be going through a good time. So certain prarabdhs and major arcana cards are from Fool till the Wheel of Fortune. It denotes prarabdha, it denotes major episodes of our life. So they are, I mean, whatever prarabdha we are born with. Someone could be born with as an evolved soul. Someone could be born as a lot of difficulties. Like, let me give an example of prarabdha. Best example is of Sri Krishna, who was born in jail. He was a god. And the second example we have is of Lord Rama. Lord Rama was born was had 14 years of vanvas. He had a very difficult life and he had to go through a lot. So even the gods also had their own prarabdha. So even if they had their own prarabdha, nothing can save us from prarabdha, and we have to face our prarabdha. And it all depends upon us how gracefully we face our prarabdha. So for tarot is basically a guidance tool. Tarot is mostly used for prediction tool, but it is rather a guidance tool. Like for prediction, astrology is ideal. Even for Murat also, numerology is good. But tarot should be basically used to guide you which part to take. Okay, I have this prarabdha. Suppose if I have a prarabdha that after marriage my life will not be good. Again, for example, I'm giving, God forbid for anyone. I hope it doesn't happen to anyone. So instead of complaining about it, instead of cribbing about it, I can obviously face my prarabdha. I can obviously do certain things, how to face that prarabdha if I have to suffer certain karma of my life. Nowadays karma healing concept has come up, but still it can decrease a prarabdha to 10-20%, not more than that. Whatever prarabdha you have to face. Prarabdha means accumulation of your karma from your previous life. It can be good, it can be bad, it can be worse, it can be excellent, anything it can be. So for our prarabdha to be useful, and what we can do is we can alter our current life karma. So tarot kind of works on your current life karma and on your current energy. So you can alter that. I mean, at least little bit of consequences can be altered, not more than that. I mean, you can't expect that your life will be magical or your life will be full of miracles. Nothing of that sort would happen. And certain, and it will guide you which part to take the best. Tarot means taros, royal way of living. Royal doesn't mean having a lot of luxurious lifestyle. Royal means a best way to live your life, whatever the best you can do for your life. And um, um, and secondly, spiritual quotient comes from intelligent quotient plus emotional quotient. So earlier, 1700s, 1800s, there was the only concept of IQ, intelligent quotient. But now the concept of spiritual emotional quotient, spiritual quotient has come up, because there are a lot of people who are very intelligent. They could manage things very well. They had high capacities. They could just manage thousand things. Like, not thousand is an exaggeration. They could manage hundreds of things at one go. But then they would lose their temper. They would have abusive words. In Hindi, we call a high level of gali and all that. And then they would be very bad with their employees, and they would not know, they would even slap people. Even in most intelligent people have slapped others also. They did not have emotional control. So the concept of EQ came up. EQ means having emotional quotient. It means whether you're going through a bad time or whether going through a good time, but you're very stable. You're very you can be, you know how to control your emotions. You know what to express where and how to express it. And then the concept of, after that, the concept of spiritual quotient came up, because spiritual quotient is like whether you care for others or not, whether you're good towards others, like suppose if I have a factory here, factory, and whether if I have a high spiritual quotient along with high intelligent quotient, along with high emotional quotient, I will think about the environmental. I will think about the environment also. If there's a slum nearby, I'll think that whether the smoke is affecting the slum nearby also. How I'll be a kind person. I'll be a good human, not a religious person, not a religious dogmatic person. That being religious, being having being religious and doing things, doing an arti or this thing is important. I'm not condemning that, but it's important that you are a good human. A person could be a chain smoker, but is a good human, is also a very spiritual person. But a person who's a very clean lifestyle, but is actually is walking on people, is doing mean to people, is actually playing with people's emotions, can be a very non-spiritual and not and a bad person actually. Not overall a bad person, can be a mean person. So spirituality is like where you work towards your soul. There's a famous story that a man had the four wives. The first wife was a luxury, second wife was your money and all, third wife was this the growth in the career and growth of family, and fourth wife was the soul, which is the most important wife and the most neglected wife. So and when the person was dying, none of them came. They all left the person. But the only person who followed the person through the deathbed or through heaven or to paradise, whatever you call it, was the fourth wife, which is the soul. So we don't work towards our soul. So spiritual quotient came up so that employees work towards their own consciousness. See, you can be a very manipulative person, you can be a very intelligent person, but then at the same time, you're very manipulative. You are playing with others. You are actually walking on your boss. I mean, इसको हिंदी बोलते धोखा देना किसी को. So that person is not no good. Like we have heard Ashoka's dynasty, Chakravarti Ashoka, his dynasty was after generation was overthrown by ministers, was overruled by ministers. So any person with high spiritual quotient would not do it. The person will have a high ethics, will not do anything like that. Will not like to like people have this thing ना कि पड़ोसी की प्रॉपर्टी ले लेते हैं. They don't have any child. तो उसका लोग ये इसका ये हक मान लेते, उसका वो हक मान लेते, तो वो इंसान स्पिरिचुअल नहीं हो सकता. वो इंसान रिलीजियस जरूर हो सकता है, स्पिरिचुअल तो बिल्कुल नहीं हो सकता. तो वो स्पिरिचुअल इंसान कभी नहीं करेगा. कभी सोचेगा नहीं कि इसका मैं ले लूँ, इसके पास इतने पैसे, इसको मैनिपुलेट कर लूँ, मुझे पैसे मिल जाएंगे, मुझे लग्जरियस लाइफस्टाइल मिल जाएगी, मुझे बच्चों का ये हो जाएगा. वो कभी नहीं कर सकता. तो उसमें आप डिफरेंशिएट करो स्पिरिचुअल और रिलीजियस में, बिकॉज आई often observed during my tarot sessions also, during my whenever I speak to people, that they're not able to differentiate between being spiritual and being being and being religious. There's a lot of difference between that. You can even Google it also. And anyone who would like to do any reading done, so I'm open to that right now.
So yeah, if you can do our spiritual like reading, like anything you want to suggest for
So okay,
people in general, plus all the
I
people
got
who
it.
are here.
So here I'm saying that you'll start with something new. You have all the ancestral blessings. So accumulate, whenever you have anyone old lady saying, whether it's a great grandparent, whether it's a grandparent, whether it's your own parents, serve them fullest, like so that there's no regret. And whatever negativity you are having right now, just overcome that. Because negativity is, because there are two types of karmas are showing right now, the negative and positive, and the moon is helping, uh, but the crab is snatching the positivity of the person. So what you can do is just be kind to others. So there are two types of karmas that people are having, so that's why there's a lot of suffering in the world. So start something where you can actually give someone something, like do a lot of seva work of in old age homes and with children. So that will actually help you to overcome your negative karmas. This is a general reading. Yes, ma'am. Prema ma'am has some question actually.
Can you read mine?
Yeah,
If
sure,
it's,
ma'am. Why not?
you need something for date of birth or
No,
something?
nothing. There's nothing. Tarot is very different from all these things.
Ah, okay, that I don't know.
I'm just doing a general reading right now.
Ah, you just read what you get the card.
Right now, 7 months you have since 7 weeks you're very troubled. Is there any knee problem you are having? Major knee problem, knee
Yeah,
operation you have had?
elbow problems am I having.
Yeah, and you're not able to let go certain past episodes. Some problem related to marriage and in-laws actually, or some property related issues are there.
The past.
Yeah, so you're not able to let go that after next March onwards your time is really good,
Okay.
and you will have a lot of loyal people in your business and in your personal life also.
Listen, I'm in the shop, have some people in my shop. I'm sorry. I have to disconnect. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, then thank you.
Welcome. So, so this is a reading that because what happens in a society earlier it was like people used to serve others. Now the service since people have become self-centered, so there's a lot of negativity coming up. So that's why there's a lot of increase of depression, increase of anxiety attacks, increase of panic attacks, and people feel all alone. That we are all stuck up in our situations. So the tarot is clearly indicating that you need to do a lot of social service, lot of selfless service to overcome. You won't be able to overcome really negative karmas you will have to face like it's like a prarabdh, it's a prarabdh only, not a very intense prarabdh, but it is a prarabdh. And you will have to face it, and you will have to whatever comes your way, you have to be stable, do meditation, do mindfulness, whatever you want to do, just do it. You can write Ganpati Stotram every day for Lord Ganesha's blessing, because Lord Ganesha is the one who actually removes obstacles in our life. So that's what, ma'am, I
Okay.
could just from tarot. That's what tarot is saying. Tarot is trying to convey.
Yeah. Now you can do either mine or Rajvin's.
Okay,
But
Rajvin, you can ask me questions.
My laughter therapy, since you last read, everything is going well for me. Although there's ups and downs, but everything is
How's the
going
laughter
well.
therapy going to be?
A lot of, I can already imagine like 20 people in the
You
room.
have an elderly mentor here, which is the best part. You have an elderly mentor here. He's a very wonderful person, and he really cares for you. And yeah, and
My
actually,
father and my
I think it's more the Nahan. It's not your father showing Nahan, sir. And and in 8 days to come, you'll have lot of opportunities coming up. And next 10 years is going to be good. Like the day you live your life till you are doing after therapy, and your family is going to support you a lot. And you should just take these opportunities, be more optimistic, have gratitude journal, and it will help you a lot.
actually my father and my hypnotherapist is helping me a lot.
Yeah. So
And
just
also
just 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 be grateful to them. Actually, what happens is you have a tendency to look at the negatives of your life, but you need to look at the positives of your life right now. And it will actually help you a lot, will benefit you a lot.
actually some people that I know who are close to me, who have been mentors, they also mentor friends also have, some of them have passed, one of them have passed on today. So that's
Oh,
why. So that's why.
so what are they conveying? What are the messages that they want to convey to you? See, they want you to be more grateful. You'll have a lot of mentors coming up and take a little more risk as far as your career is concerned. Just take more risks, and just be what you are. Be childlike. You are very
Yeah.
innocent. Just enjoy your innocence, and just come out of you and your father should resolve their differences, and you will do great.
The what my hypnotherapists have said, don't be fearful, don't be in your comfort zone too much,
Yeah, because
and
Actually, in a
And
comfort zone, that's why you need to come out of your comfort zone. That's it.
and actually,
Just take your risks. Just take your goddamn risk. It will be great. Rajman.
and actually, experiencing a sense of growth. That's what he said.
Yeah, you'll experience a lot of growth actually.
Thank you.
Welcome. Shivana ji, you can ask your questions now.
Yeah, some guidance on my spiritual journey.
Sure.
That is the
Sure.
title of the
Yeah,
original
yeah,
sentence.
sure.
So I thought, okay.
Ma'am, the past 2 years would be great, but
Huh.
little bit you will have difficulties because of spiritual growth. You'll have a great spiritual growth, but you will have sansaric difficulties a lot. The past 2 years,
Mhm.
just be prepared for that.
Mhm.
And I would say 9th March 2028, your life will be changing. Little
Mhm.
9th March 2020, I show you the cards, it has come reverse. So little
Mhm.
bit difficulties you will have. That will actually change your world. It will be but a difficult journey.
Mhm.
But ideal for your spiritual growth. So just like Ram Bhagwan had to go to Vanvas,
Mhm.
and a lot of Muhammad prophets I've heard that they had to endure a lot of difficulties. So you have to endure it a lot during 2 years till 4th March 2028.
Mhm.
So just be prepared for that. And you will have you don't have a your you will have your nephew to guide you, a 21-year-old nephew to guide you your spiritual journey. Somehow he'll be doing certain things when you get well, you'll be getting guidance automatically one after the other.
Awesome. I have a niece.
Yeah. So it's showing nephew, but she has but is she quite male like she has male like characteristics?
No.
Acha.
Mm.
Yeah, but Tarot was showing that, so that's why I asked.
It's okay. Yeah.
But your 2028 to what March 2020 is still 9 years. Your समय is going to be great. आपका समय बहुत अच्छा रहा 2037 तक. तो वो आपको प्रिपेयर कर रहा है ये जो जो आपकी डिफिकल्टीज आ रही है लाइफ में जो आपको लग रहा है कि मैं कैसे कोप अप करूंगी मतलब बहुत ज्यादा ओवरवेल्म होगे आपको लगेगा कि गिव अप कर दूं लाइफ को भी एक टाइम पे ये भी आएगा लेकिन वो मत करना कभी भी बैठ के वही चीज आपको लाइक that's going to be a transformation maybe seemingly negative but long term positive.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
And anything else you can tell us? Like there are so many events happening in the world also.
So
Yes.
let me tell about the match thing. How is match going to be? Sunday match. Sunday match is going to be little, I mean, the captain will be a little confused. The results seem positive because the oldies of India are supporting them a lot. So there's a lot of support from Gavaskar, there's a lot of support from Kapil Dev to them. So they just need to change their strategy and listen to the old people of the old guidance and the guidance and the gurus of cricket, and they'll do great. And if I think how's the country situation going to be in the coming years? Because I think the entire country is being blessed now with old people, but they have loyal people now. The people need to push themselves a lot, and the people need to be close to their families and connected to the families. It will actually help them a lot. People need to connect back to the roots. So people need to be more rooted, more grounded, and just be nice to their own family because the more distance you have from your family, the more distance you have from your cousins and first cousins and your elders of the family, your shackles, it just breaks everything. So just people need to be more close to their family, more connected to their roots, and it will be happen. So we need to work more in farm. We need to work for more organic farming and self healing and healing others as a country. And ma'am, anything else you would like to know? Like you can give me you can ask me a
Yeah.
situation and then I'll do a reading of
So you
country of
just
your personal.
mentioned for the country, also mentioned for the world.
Okay, pardon, definitely. I think is going to a better time now. Up 3 months later, I think the overview is going to change. I think the people who are superpower are going to be in lowest, and the people who are who are inferior. Maybe Pakistan could rise. Maybe Bangladesh will rise, and the world needs a lot of healers actually now. I think just like we have engineers, we have MBAs, now world needs a lot of healers, especially female and spiritual healers and genuine healers. Then only world will be able to survive. Otherwise, world can end anytime soon also. And world just kind to white dogs, kind to animals, kind to plants, and kind to humans. That's what the world that's what the world needs the most right now, because everyone is prosperous, everyone has a huge bank balance, and people are going doing great in their life. But now the world needs us, like, just healers, storytellers, and a lot of goodness. And the world is understanding that, and the world should act accordingly. Just grow a lot of plants. If you have any random animal coming in your house, just serve them, because I personally had cat coming to my house 4 times a year, and she has given birth to a lot of kittens. So we have been the best kind we have been. If I got a pet cat, the cat used to come randomly and give birth to kittens and then go away. Like, my room became the room where I'm sitting right now. It in the same very room, the cat has given birth to kittens 4 times a year, and multiple kittens. And so we have been the best we have been. I have given a room for a year to the cat, because every 3 months she would come, she would stay here for 3 months, and then she would come, she would stay. So I've stayed in my grandmother's room, and I have given my room to her. So people in these kind of situations, they just chase away animals. So don't do that. I mean, just be kind to them. If a sparrow is coming, offer them the water. So these kindness, the spiritualities, the healing, the all this intuition, the world needs the most right now. Otherwise, world can go towards a doom if world doesn't understand that.
Yeah. That is really, good, because I think that is what is needed. And we
And
are,
No,
a lot.
yeah,
yeah,
what you
Prerna,
said is correct. Here, people, they love animals. They're all love animals. But
I mean,
I've seen India, because she's like my mother. She, from morning till evening, she's writing that Gayatri mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, all the mantras. From whole day she writes the mantras, and she doesn't like animals.
some small like there is a slum there's a slum near my house. The dogs actually bark and bite us a lot, so we also don't like them. I don't know why the slum dweller is having dogs, four dogs. She has like 8 9 children. Instead of that, instead of that, she's having four more dogs. So these kind of nuisance should not be created. You should train animals properly. But like, if a cat is coming to your house, then don't hit them, and don't try to chase away them. That's all I want to say.
Because my house, we have cat, dog, birds, fish, everything is there in
Oh
my house.
wow,
When
that's
she
wonderful.
comes, I have to close the
She
dog.
might be
And
scared of it. She might not be
you
disliking.
know
डर लगता होगा.
yeah, uh, because God is, they are religious, they're not spiritual. Because I know that what she's writing all for the benefit for the children. I write one page of Om Namah Shivaya, that is for this son. I write one page of Gayatri Mantra, this is for this son, this is for this business, this is for that, and this is for that. So when she
Um,
comes, the dog and the cat cannot come to the kitchen when she come down for the food. So that is also give me a stress, because when she comes, she make ayo 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 ayo. Then I have to put them in the room and close the door. Because actually, if you see God in everything, you see God in the animals also, because they also come as an animal, as a bird, or this is all our feeling. What we have, you have to see God in everything. And actually, if you want to be spiritual, you have to feed the animals, birds, whatever little, you have to feed everyone. Otherwise, our spiritual life is not complete.
that's true. But I don't know her personally, so I can't really comment on her. But
No,
I
I'm just telling, the people, they think they're religious, but they are not spiritual. That's why they don't like animals. And they treat servants very badly because they
Yeah,
think that
servants are treated very badly in India, like pointed out.
yeah, the servants they cannot touch. She has give special plates to the servants to eat. They cannot touch her. They treat servants it's like untouchable. But they're eating the food cooked by the servants. They, they wear the clothes which is washed by the servants.
Actually, servants are ill-treated, especially in like Indian subcontinent and Asia, because because we in New Zealand, countries like New Zealand and Canada and all that, North America, New Zealand definitely not doesn't come in North America, but people there's scarcity of people. We have overpopulation, so that's why we exploit the other people. Your human life has more value in the countries that you're staying right now.
Yeah, because we eat the same table with the servants. If you're rich, if you have a servant,
Mm.
we eat on the same table. Not like the servants have to sit on the floor and eat in the
So you
kitchen.
must be having one in New Zealand.
No, we don't. We cannot keep the servants. Only the rich people can keep it because it's very expensive.
Mm.
Because government is very strict. The minimum salary for everyone.
Yeah, I
So you
know.
have to be very rich to keep a servant.
But I think the best part of Western countries is like even men here don't work actually. They don't do any kind of domestic work, and like if your father is if your husband is cooking making a coffee for you, it's a privilege. But where in the Western countries everyone is working, and the
No,
I
but
mean,
only the new generation, yes, but not old generation.
acha.
Old generation, no,
I
like
I hear
Indians. So
every new I have a father's friend who's to US.
my children generation, yes, it's all 50-50, but not my husband's or my generation, our
Like
age.
I'm a
Children,
father who's 60, who's maybe 62 right now, but he came to my house for dinner like that. My mother was not there, so I had to prepare the dinner and all that. So he offered me whether I should whether I should cook for whether he should cook for me, whether he should clear the table, whether he should clear the kitchen. So he actually offered me a help, which was a big deal for me because someone from my father's generation is doing this 62 years old. But here now people have started understanding, even in India also, and especially in I mean US, it's been like time immemorial. I don't know about your family or your
mm,
generation, but people are helping their wife because the wife is also earning. She's also making a bread. She's bringing up the
yeah.
child and all that. So then they cut short the domestic work. Yeah, here in India we have elaborate cooking. Like if my mother cooks, she'll cook raita also. She'll cook two type of salad also. This sabzi, that sabzi. So they keep their meal quite cut short. Like they just cook idli sambar every day, like one meal. So things are actually
My house, I do the cooking and housework. My husband do the outside work. The garden, cleaning the outside.
yeah. So
So I'm inside and he's outside.
yeah, in USA then they keep their meal cut short in comparison to India because they know okay, we can't do so much. But everyone should do everything actually. Whether in India, whether in USA, because it's not a male or I mean the gender neutrality is it's high time gender neutrality
No,
should be.
but the lifestyle is changed, because I remember my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, when they were young,
Mm,
they have to boil the clothes in the what they steam the clothes with the
okay.
soap because they don't have the machine,
Mm,
and so they didn't have the machine, so they have to boil the clothes to the bed sheets and everything. And winter there is not much food because it's cold. There is no
mm,
deep freezer. But now the life is changed. We have machines, everything. We just go to the department store, you get everything washed. I have to just come and cook.
mm.
And we have machine for everything. So life is not so hard.
But that's there in India. It's not the facilities there, but definitely that's I've heard from my cousins also like they have this they have to just microwave the roti and all that, and they have to just everything is prepared, everything is boiled, and you just have to fry the vegetables. So everywhere it's different, but yeah, I guess they're helping each other. in the household and just being there for each other, because a woman also would like to enjoy her life. It's not a man who has to
We have
enjoy
to
the
respect, we are all human beings, not husband and wife, not lower, not higher. We are all human beings.
and
So
because woman
treat
also has to
everyone.
be happy. I mean, woman of the house has to
Yeah.
be very happy, because that's what in tarot I was about to say. I just forgot. And thanks for actually giving up this point. I know we went off discussion, but woman of the house is Lakshmi, is Saraswati, is Gayatri. She has to be very happy for the house
And
to
the
run
husband also
smoothly.
respect the wife, not treat like the sex machine for making the children or taking care of the
Mm.
house. It's a life
Yeah.
partner.
That's why I'm thinking everyone should contribute, but the children should also contribute. Like, especially when you're living abroad. In India, it's still okay because you have house help, you have a lot of facilities, like this kind of facilities, not the
I
kind.
get angry with the Indian children because they never say that is not their fault at all. It's the fault of the parents. They
Mm.
never say thanks to the parents. The mother, I want to drink. When mother brings something to drink, mother brings something to eat. They never say thank you. They never say please.
But that's not, they have not been taught like that. It's
That's
taken
what I'm
for
telling. It's
granted.
not the children's fault. It's the parents' fault. In one Indian boy, she
Mhm.
said, "Why? She's my mother." Then I said, "She's not your slave." Because she asked mother, he gave just give the order, mommy, I'm thirsty. So she brought something to drink. He just took the glass and drank it. Then said, "What about please? What about thank?" "Oh, she's my mother."
Mm. It's okay
I
because
said
we have
every
not been conditioned. It's not about saying thank you. It's about, I mean, the worst part here is, especially in India, it is observed that people want their parents' property. They send their parents to old age homes, and instead of giving, like in abroad, it is very sorted that way. It's like if your child is sending you to old age home, the child doesn't expect the parents to give the property to them, or the child is not expecting that. Your child is expecting everything. Like the child wants the property. These kind of things are very small things. The thank you thing it is important, but it's a very small thing. But the major issue here is it's a worst of the both world. It's like the parents are giving their property to children who are very thankless, and who are not taking care of the children, the parents at their old age.
that the because the first guru is the parents. The first guru before learning to read and
I
write.
got your point, but imagine sending same parents to old age home and not taking care of them at their old age and expecting the property. So that, and in America, I've heard that children call the Indian parents, ask them to bring up their children, and then the moment their children grow up, they send the parents back home in India. Then they don't want their parents anymore.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
I'm telling.
Americans are doing this with their parents.
Actually, that's the fault also the parents. The parents are like, we are the guardian. We are not the owner of the children. We are just a guardian.
Mm.
So when the children they're independent. They become independent. They can earn the money. You have to just leave them alone, and you enjoy your life. Your responsibility to give
Actually,
them the
our
good
neighbor
education.
said that Indian Americans are doing this. Americans don't do this. Americans still take care of the parents. It is said that Americans don't take care of the parents, and all the Americans are still very kind enough to take care of the parents if needed, and they do. And parents have to take care of the children when they are needed, and they do actually. Unlike the कि 18 साल से फेंक देते हैं, वो सब ऐसा नहीं होता है एग्जैक्टली, जो स्टीरियोटाइप क्रिएट किया हुआ है। बट जो इंडियन अमेरिकन है वो पेरेंट्स को बुलाते हैं जब उनके बच्चे छोटे होते हैं, उनको पालते पोसते, बच्चे सारी मेहनत करते हैं वो लोग बच्चे के पीछे, फिर जैसे ही बच्चे बड़े हो गए वो लोग फेंक देते हैं अपने पेरेंट्स को बाहर कि अब जरूरत नहीं है आपकी, तो वो
Because
बहुत बुरा होता
Indian
है।
parents also, they have too much attachment. They sacrifice, they sacrifice, they sacrifice. They want to earn, keep everything for the children. Not only the children, the grandchildren. But now the
Yeah.
generation has changed. Now is everything is a nuclear family. It's me, my wife, my child. That's all. Before we had a joint family, we have that community feeling. Now the time has changed. So the old people also have to change.
Mm.
Our responsibility to give the education, mold their character, and once they are big, let them fly like a birds.
Mm.
Don't attach too much to children, and you enjoy your life.
Mm.
Don't depend on your children, and don't make children to depend on you.
Yeah, that's very important that they should be very, I mean, smart enough. The current generation parents has to be smart enough to
The
understand
parents
these
are only
things.
the guardians of the children. You have to just give them the good education, mold their character, make them a
Hmm.
good human being, make them to earn their own earning.
I mean, they name the property in their lifetime. They name the property for their son, and the son like kind of just kicked them out the next moment.
But I've seen some old generation, they're just keeping what each, and they sacrifice that eat.
Hmm.
They keep
But
all the money for the children, and the children they're enjoying wasting the money.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know what happens in other countries, but yeah, it does happen.
Here that's the children will get after when we die. They don't get before that.
Okay.
So I think there is
And
a different spiritual lesson behind that also. Maybe Riya can.
Spiritual lesson behind parents.
no, because it's a spiritual lesson, because you shouldn't depend on your children, and children shouldn't depend on the parents,
Yeah, it's a
because the
spiritual
parents
lesson
depend
because
on the
you have
children.
to push your child from comfort zone, not make them Raja, Beta,
No,
Rani,
and
Beti,
if
whatever.
you expect
Like
many things from your
I'm saying
children,
from
if you don't
Pharaoh.
get it, you will get hurt. So that is a curse for your children. So better to get detached and don't curse them.
And the mother has to be should be motherly, should be loving, should be caring, but at the same time should be
But
very
not
strong
get
also, like
attached,
a
not get
queen,
attached,
like a
not
queen.
get attached.
So I think we'll end your edit here. Thanks for discussion. Thanks for inviting me, Shabana ji. And it was a wonderful session. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Okay,
Have a
take
wonderful
care.
time.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you very
you,
much.
Riya. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And see you again tomorrow.